Okay, this is Space Clown doing my first ever video VOD review. Thank you for giving me this opportunity here. We are on Numbani, of course. We are defending first, and I am speaking from the perspective of a mid to high platinum tank main. So I'll try to give you advice based on my perspective on that. And bearing that in mind, let's start the game.
You want a second healer or a second tank?
I think a second tank would be more better.
To have a second healer
Ryan
or
or
a
Hog?
second tank. I sort of lean towards maybe having the second healer, but it's a bit of a judgment call.
You got it.
The thing about gold is
If
that
you feel
everyone
good about
kind
Ryan
of
right now.
you kind of gotta play heroes you know how to
not
play. That kind of
great,
matters
but
more
I'll
than
try
the
my
meta.
best. If it goes
That
bad, I'll
said,
switch to Hog.
give it a choice. I might go second heals. I don't
I'm
know.
a Hog
It's
main.
a lot of
so
moving
if
parts
you're
to
better
this.
at DPS,
Now,
like
this Catalyst
actually
guy,
better.
he's gonna be talking
Okay,
quite a
yeah.
lot.
If it goes bad, you can do Hog and I'll
I
go
think he's
soldier.
talking
I'm not
maybe
bad at
too
soldier
much.
at all.
And this Yulana here, he's on the match
Okay,
chat.
cool.
Just report him. You don't need toxic shock like that in the game. Might as well just try and get him out of the system. Remember, there's kids playing this game. Let's just get this guy banned as quickly as possible. He's not on our team, so we don't need to listen to him. I might just mute him right now. So we're gonna do a nice little Diva Heartbreaker emote. Aw, you shouldn't have. So we are currently, let me just comment on the positioning here. We are currently on the high ground here. Most teams like to come up through here when they're attacking, and it's a good idea to be defending here. A little comment, not so much about you, your teammates that you saw, Reaper and what was the other guy there? Over on the left-hand side there. They really should maybe be over here. Reaper's not... He's terrible in that range, really. He's not going to be able to do anything up there. I'd say he just should Wraith over here right now. Soldier, he's pretty good at range. He can also get out if there's any action that he gets there. He's already moving away there. We're going to go over here now to defend. Soldier, make sure he doesn't take too much damage. That's really good. Really good game sense. You can get back to that other high ground spot easily. So Soldier's going to keep trying to pick off some people here.
Shield's down.
Reinhardt shielded down. You better run over there now and block for him, because he just announced over the voice chat there that his shield is down. Your job as Diva, a lot of the time when there's a Reinhardt on your team, is to supplement the Reinhardt. If his shield is down, you come over there and you bring up Defense Matrix. You also bring up Defense Matrix anytime he's doing a fire strike, anything like that, anytime anyone peeks past the shield, which they shouldn't do. So right now, we should be flying over there immediately.
Yeah, it's bad. I got knocked
Now
off.
Diva's kind of snuck in through here. A lot of action, but Reaper is cleaning up, so there's not too much we need to worry about here. Maybe I'll just review that last little segment
down.
here, though, quickly, though. We got the notification here, of course, that Shield that we should be flying over there right now, as I said before. Taking us a little long, because
Yeah,
we can
it's
see... It's taking us a little long to re-engage over here. If you sort of notice, I don't know if you can see
Shield
my
down.
mouse here, but... For a good while here, the action is happening all around here. Mercy's here, Reinhardt's here. He's got a really dead shield. We should have been over here a good 5-10 seconds earlier. And when we finally do get here, fortunately now Reaper's there along around some big juicy tanks for him to shoot, so he's cleaning up really well there, and Anna was out of position too. So at this point, we have not much to worry about. We should just be charging our shields. We shouldn't be chasing, because this team fight's basically over. Mercy could be healing up that Reinhardt. One thing I do like to see is that you have allied health bars on. That is not on by default. I had to activate this on my alternated account too. As a tank, it's good to have this, just because as a Diva myself, I like to know who I should be blocking for. If somebody's critical health, yes, they should get heals. I can't heal them, but I can at least keep them from dying. So good that you have this turned on. So again, we're going to start blocking for the Soldier. Genji kills Reaper, that's not good. We wish we had any idea where that happens, but no idea. Oh, we can sort of see it happen there in the background, never mind. Yes, we can see that. Genji's not someone we're super great against, and we're going to have some problems down the line playing against the Genji here. Punish this Zen out of position, great. I don't know why in gold. Zen love to go out of position. But let me just watch that part again, because I don't know, I just see it all the time. Zens, they think they're a superhero, they think they should be a range hero. They should be at the very far back line. Instead he sticks out his head for no good reason. So very good on you all to punish him for that.
Diva coming on the right side.
We get word of a D.Va coming around the right side. That's good. We're going to try and react to this.
Genji's going
I
behind.
wouldn't drop down back behind though there. I think I'm a little too far back here.
D.Va coming on the right
Genji's
side.
going behind.
Yeah, yes, we can probably shoot her if in the back, get away from her defense matrix there, but the problem is we're also jumping
Genji's
down there
going
where there's a Reaper, and we don't even know what else is there. We didn't even look before we went down. I'd say try to take a look. Yes,
Around
you're
the
under the
back.
bridge, but
Yeah, way
try
behind.
to engage where it's a
I don't
little
know
more
if
safe.
anybody
If you
got
don't
him
know
yet.
what's there, try to be
Never mind.
there from on your team side, which is where you are right now. If you're gonna dive down there, don't dive onto the enemy side. If at least until you know what's there. If you know it's nothing, then you're safe to go down there. If it's an uncharted territory, better be on your side of the imaginary line. Now I'm going to scroll back here a little bit. This is where the soldier started to get really annoying on the voice chat. He's saying Genji's behind,
Around the back.
around the back,
Yeah, way behind.
the way behind. See,
I don't know
these
if
are
anybody got him yet.
these are
Never mind.
vague directions, right? And we see now he's gotten the Torbjorn, so maybe at least we can spin around, look for Torbjorn's floating skull. But this soldier instruction of behind. Okay, there's about 4 different spots in Numbani defense, which could be behind. So I notice you're not in voice chat, and that's your own decision whether or not you want to participate in that. Totally up to you. If you want to join voice chat, I might just ask, could you give a specific location? Like, is it upper, lower, the back hallway? Is he coming around the far right? Well, we know he's not coming around the far right because we're covering that area, but he's going to be talking about this Genji for a while, and we're not going to be able to track him without specific instructions. At least now we see Genji taking out Torb, so we just look for his skull and we can find this Genji. Now, a bit of a problem. D.Va isn't great at killing Genji. See, we got him super low here, and he was already done before we even got to him, but I'll have an example a little later on where it's maybe a little harder. Great push on Ana, I got nothing bad to say about that, and we're recently just cleaning up at this point. This Roadhog's only going to delay the inevitable with his self-heal there. And now there's a Pharah, she's going to lose too because she's 1v60 the team.
Pharah's
This is
here.
very much a problem in gold. Don't chase, good idea, you're about, well, you're not super low, but this fight's over, you don't need to
Everyone
charge
save
our ult
ults.
anymore.
Yeah, I was just about to say everyone save them. We haven't busted any.
Everyone save our ults. Well, we have all the
Prison?
ults. You are a great Pharah counter, so it's great that you're going after her. We kind of lost her somewhere in there, a little
Everyone
off.
save ults. Yeah, I was just about to say everyone save them. We haven't busted
I
any
went
yet.
down too far back again.
Prison.
Yeah, we just had some issues tracking her. That just needs something else to play with your sensitivity settings. So there's a D.Va bomb here.
Prison?
I'm not a huge fan of when I saw it. I think. Okay, yes, we were down to 24 health, so I sort of understand the thinking behind this. This is a, I understand it now because I didn't quite see it earlier when I reviewed this earlier. This is a sustained D.Va bomb. Ordinarily, we'd like to throw it up into the air, but you would just use your rocket, so you couldn't do that. You were losing him back outright, so now I totally understand. It is a stay in mech alt. Staying in mech is still the most important thing to be doing as D.Va. Ideally, although one could argue the team fight was over. Look at the timing, Reaper was ulting the exact same second you were losing your mech, so you couldn't react to those kills fast
I
enough.
chased too hard.
This is a case where you might be able to save the soldier. You know, even with the Roadhog nerf, he can still one-shot a soldier maybe, and yeah, you could have maybe got your
chased
defense
too
matrix
hard.
in. Remember, it's a lot of range on defense matrix.
Yeah, man,
At
I
least
should've
give it a
known better.
shot.
I'm a fucking hog, man.
He's
He fucking
a Roadhog main, but even still, give it a shot.
baited me hard.
You had plenty of defense matrix. You have not been nerfed
Shield
yet.
down.
And I
Save
missed some of
ults.
the action here now.
Yeah, man,
So we
I
gotta be a
should've
little
known better.
careful. Where we
I'm a
could try and
fucking
get up to the
hog,
high ground, but we don't really have time because there's still enemies here on the ground. This is a bad result of us stepping in front of the Reinhardt shield there. You see, the Reinhardt shield's still at full health, and we're flying out to.
I chased too hard.
Okay, yeah, it's still at full health here,
Yeah, man,
so
I should've known
there's really
better.
no
I'm a
reason
fucking
for us to
hog,
stick
man.
ourselves in front of the Roadhog shield, or sorry, the Reinhardt shield. Even though we're a bit better at range against the Roadhog, it's not a big deal that we try to kill the Roadhog. We're not gonna. It's just gonna be a complicated fight any time of the day, and you know his hook is available. So I would say just
I
stick
chased too
behind
hard.
Ryan's shield. He's got a full shield.
Yeah, man, I should have known better.
Let's just
I'm a
play
fucking hog,
defense
man.
because we're still
You
missing our
fucking
soldiers, so we can't quite finish off the Roadhog ourselves
baited me
anyways.
hard.
This unfortunately cost us our mech.
Save
And
ults.
could in fact cost us the point now.
Ferris
Because we're
up
still
top.
missing our soldier, he's still coming from spawn, and we have nothing to deal with all of this damage coming from all these directions, so... I know it's a little mistake, unfortunately it kind of is starting to snowball, this one mistake. So, if you don't need to, you know the Roadhog, you just gotta stay behind the shield. Now things are just collapsing. Unfortunately, we were just out of mech for far too long to really be able to do
Save
much
ults.
of this fight. Let's just review this a little more if there's anything we can see here.
Ferris up top.
Yeah, Little Diva. Some people say that a lot of the problems with people playing Little Diva is they try to play her a lot like Big Diva here. That's a little bit of that here. You should maybe try to find cover, try to find places where you're not being shot at from 8 different directions, where you can shoot into that Roadhog and get your ult charge up quickly. I know Mercy's got res here, but we're still, if we can get away with not using it, so be it. That being said, her resing us does give us a mech quickly.
I'm down.
Unfortunately, we just can't get anything out of the res. The problem with being res as Diva is that there's a good 2 seconds where you're calling the mech doing nothing, and most of our team die during those 2 seconds here, so really there's nothing we can do. We might as well just get out of here, or just try and die very quickly. We cannot save this fight. Res is out, we're 1v6,
Sorry,
it's
I don't
over.
mean to keep cursing, but damn.
Soldiers cursing a little too much, but I don't know. I've seen more toxic behavior than
Do
that.
it. Oh. Oh no, you should have altered.
Couldn't. I got hooked.
Yeah, our soldiers asking us to try to do ults, but any ult, even 1v6, isn't really going to be able to get much done. See, now we're just trickling in there one at a time, and we're not going to get control of this point back. We've already lost it, but we're dragging this out a little longer than we need to. This is a problem with the team, really. Anyone going in 1v6 is just feeding ult charge.
No, you can switch off with me.
Okay, I've got my ult, so if you want to go ahead and hog.
It's a bit of a nitpicky thing here, but he's saying, do we want to switch? And he says, sure, we'll switch. Well, I've got my ult. Okay, so we're not going to switch. Let's just try to be very... It's not a comment about yourself, but let's try to be very definitive with what we need and don't waste too much time on things that are not going to go anywhere. It's a bit of a wasted strand.
For now.
This guy is
Switch to
bothering me a
whichever
little bit
DPS
here.
you want.
Now, this is defending streets, and defending streets is the hardest part of Overwatch, especially at this skill tier. I just gotta say, people are terrible at it because you need to go in 6 strong, and people at gold level don't like going in a 6 strong. And it's a long spawn distance to get anywhere here. What you kind of have to do is say to yourself, say to the team, I'm going to pick a spot and we're going to defend there, nowhere before that point. If we're doing it right against their spawn, it's not going to be much of a difference. We just need to commit and say, we're going to defend this corner here. Pick a corner, usually if you can, because those are easier to defend. You can control your sight lines a lot better. I'd say pick this corner and not go any farther. Don't try to engage past it, because trying to engage past it is just going to sustain the trickle. So, see, here we are right now. We're going in 1v6 again. We're able to save the Mercy at least, but... And that's a good ult. Actually, that was a great ult. So now we can actually take control of the point here. And now we're just cleaning up. There's really not much to say about this point. There's something back there. Oh, I gotta pull back here. There was a red guy somewhere back there. I didn't quite get a good look. Roadhog, we take him out. And oh yeah, did you see that? I gotta learn the YouTube controls here, but I don't know. There's a Genji back there, I swear, and he's still fighting your team. Not that D.Va's great against Genji, but go back and just help them out. Don't let this Genji get ult charge. But at this point now, we just disengage. Now we just want to maintain the front lines. As D.Va, we're one of the best heroes at maintaining a front line. We're the best hero at this comp out of all 6 of controlling the payload. I mean, that's what this game mode is. It's controlling the payload. Right now, Reaper's just tearing it up, so there's really not much for us to do, really. He's just doing a one-man show. D.Va finally kills him, but it doesn't matter. Her entire team is dead. Although it is disturbing that it's going to take Reaper a while to get back to the point here. Now we're doing a 1v1 versus a Genji. See, this is the thing I was talking about.
I'm getting into all positions.
D.Va versus Genji, it's not a great matchup. It feels like D.Va should be better, but to do it, you need to have great tracking. The problem is just that it's a small hitbox, and these D.Va cannons have a large spread, so you're just gonna miss a lot of headshots. Ideally, you'd be Winston against Genji. That's not always possible, but if you know that Genji's gonna be a problem, you want to send a Winston after it. See, unfortunately, this Genji's gonna take away our mech. I've seen this before, and yeah, let me just watch this again, because we get up here, we punch him again. Now he's deflecting, so we can't shoot.
I'm getting
punch
into
him
all
again.
position. For the
We're
push.
almost taking out of mech. Now we are out of mech. It's really a fight that we just can't be taking. This is a lot of time we're spending that we're not on the payload. And you notice, let's gonna watch the kill feed again while we go through this again. Soldier kills D.Va, good. Now this is like 10 seconds we're up here, losing the pack in the process. There's a fight happening on the payload, which we're not part of. Now we're out of mech, and over on the payload we see 2 of our other teammates just went down. So not to say that you shouldn't ignore the Genji. You should not ignore the Genji, but just be aware. Ideally, you just know where he is. Ideally, if you're going to fight the Genji, you're doing it with other teammates. D.Va 1v1ing a Genji, he's not going to be able to do anything to you unless you let him do it to you. And as D.Va, our usefulness is better happening on the payload. Remember, we're a frontline attacker as a tank, as the solo tank, as the anchor tank really, because Roadhog is not a tank. We're better off being there on the front lines. That's where we can help out the most of our teammates. Yes, Genji's a threat, but we're not the best at dealing with him. There's so much more better use we could be using out of the D.Va kit. So now Reaper's going to try to take on the Genji, but now the payload's moving, and that's a problem. The payload does not need to be moving. And now we're trying to engage 1v6 or 1v4 of them, and all we have is a little D.Va, so we're hoping for a Mercy res maybe. But she's coming from spawn, it's nothing she can do. It's good, this one thing you're doing here is to change channels over to Mercy to see...
Can you res it to DPS?
These guys being a little annoying. Change channels over to Mercy to see if she's gonna res. So now we're switching to Zarya. Zarya's pretty good. Like I say, if we know that Genji's going to be the problem, I'd go with Winston. Let me just take a look back at that comp here. Because Zarya relies a lot on building charge and sustaining it. And she might build a lot of charge off Roadhog. I think if you're going to change tanks, Winston's the better call. Just because Winston, he's great against Genji, Ana, Zen, McCree. A little soft against D.Va, a bit vulnerable to Roadhog, not as much anymore. I agree, maybe changing was a good idea. I would have rather with Winston, personally. But I don't play a lot of Zarya, so that's also me speaking. But hey, gold kill's nice. Not that it means anything, but it's nice.
I've had my ult for so long.
So here we are, we're trying to engage without our Mercy. It's hard. We kind of maybe just have to draw the line and say we're
You want to switch with me?
let the payload stop. We have some people out there, but they don't have a tank to stand behind right now, unfortunately. So we're kind of just helping our soldier peel away, which is really good.
Oh my god, that's so dumb.
Okay, I did see this before, and one thing I should comment on, obviously our bubble was on cooldown, so we couldn't really shield ourselves. Actually, no, we actually could have. See, the timing was a little close there. One of the nice things about a D.Va bomb is that it's great charge for a Zarya bubble. And while we got away to safety pretty easily, I'm not certain our teammates would have. It looks like they did, but that would be a good opportunity to just turn around, see if anyone looks like they're going to get caught by it, put the E-bubble on them. That saves their life if they're in danger. Looks like everyone was safe, but still, save their life if you need to. And then it gives yourself a lot of charge here for your Zarya beam. Just a little comment. Try to be aware of what's happening to your teammates at all times. That's good. We're just melting the D.Va. We're really good against the D.Va, of course, the Zarya. That's really good. Couldn't quite save anyone from the Genji, but at least Soldier was able to finish off. Soldier, wow, 2 enemy teammates ulted into our Soldier while he was still ulting.
We've got 2 ults.
That's like
Make
lemmings
sure we save
jumping off a cliff.
Mercy, stay alive.
Mercy, stay alive. Yep, that's the goal of every Mercy. Stay alive. And every hero, nonetheless. Ooh, a nice charge here.
Fuck.
We're doing some really good bubble management here, probably better than I would do. We kind of want to back up a little bit because we can't do much against the Roadhog here. Let's hope that's good. We're going to let Reaper peel away. Now, Zen's ulting, we kind of just need to back off. We cannot really kill anything in his area, so we just want to like back off, give some space, re-engage after the Zen ult's down, which we do now. And now we're just cleaning up.
Good job.
Your Zarya play is actually really good here. It's really nice to see. We never got an ult up. That's just the nature of timing. So overall, the switch to the Zarya ended up working pretty well.
Okay.
I still might have gone with Genji, but Zarya is great at dealing with the D.Va.
Should I stay DPS?
At that point, solo tanking, the anchor tank. If you can melt the anchor tank, then you actually have a good chance of winning. You know, the tank battle is still very much about a bit of a rock paper scissors game.
I have both.
And now Russell is arguing something about medals.
You can play Hog if you're
pedals
better with him, man.
Not matter. Even when you're winning, they don't matter. When you're losing, they don't matter. It doesn't matter. You could be losing the game badly and still have gold kills. It doesn't prove that you're good or bad. You're just going to focus on winning the game, doing whatever it needs to be to win the game. So here we're picking Reinhardt. I do like Reinhardt a lot. The one thing you're going to think about, though, if you're going to play Reinhardt, is who's going to use the shield, right? It won't be Pharah, obviously. Reaper, maybe, sort of. He's better at close range. If he's going to be getting the most value out of Reaper, he's going to be wanting to be at blunt point range. Roadhog, yes, he's probably out of this comp the most likely to use our shield, and Lucio just by necessity would use our shield. But Mercy is going to be paired off with Pharah probably. You notice it's a 2-stack, so they should be running Pharmacy. That's why you would 2-stack, really. So I might still consider using a D.Va or a Winston. The Reinhardt, I love Reinhardt. I love him on that choke point on Numbani. It's just who is going to use the shield other than ourselves and one DPS tank. Nice. So you might see some issues, which you do end up seeing here. It's because the tank game is all about presence, and part of how you develop that presence is having people behind you.
Oh yeah, I didn't even have
enhance that presence.
Reinhardt
Reinhardt by himself is
even
useless.
have silver.
And we're still arguing about who's got silver, who's got bronze.
Gold is 20, and then
doesn't matter.
Damage is almost 10,000.
Seriously, these things do not matter. They don't tell you how you're gonna win the game. That's my problem with
I have
medals.
7,000 damage.
Who cares? The medals. Like
It's pretty good with Soldier.
The medals just don't tell you how you're gonna win the game.
Yeah, I just have shotguns that I.
It'd almost matter more if it was
faces.
like out of the 12 players in the game who had gold. That might tell you a little more. But out of 6, there's only like 2 or 3 heroes in these teams that are even dealing big damage. So why does it matter? You're up against 1 or 2 actual other candidates for gold damage. It doesn't matter. Alright, let's just raise our shield instantly to make sure there's no splash coming from the somewhere we can't even see.
I'm gonna try to hook somebody into...
There's nothing there. Okay, we notice now there's a Symmetra.
Well, they're going
we're walked a little bit past it. I would have said, I would say maybe right about here, stop, turn around, see what's there, and even just block for it while your other teammates destroy the turrets. We don't want to let Symmetra build too much ult charge. The quickest we destroy those turrets, the better. As Reinhardt, we're not great at killing Symmetra turrets, but we're great at holding a shield at them and stopping them from hurting anybody. While our other heroes, even Lucio, can just shoot at them. Gone. Done. You might want to consider switching to Winston at first chance, knowing there's a Symmetra. But we're going to find out more things about the team comp very shortly. Right here.
Well,
Oh,
they're
no,
going
no,
Symmetra.
no, don't fire strike a turret. It's a 1 hit point thing. It's not great to swing at them either because Reinhardt's still a little bugged that regard. Like I say, just put up your shield, block, let someone else take care of it. They're going to take care of it. They're just as annoyed by those turrets as you are. Okay, nice. We're raising our shield here. Oh, and in drops a Bastion. We're already in a lot of trouble here. Try to pin the Bastion, don't quite get it. Oh, that would have been so sweet if we had landed it.
Oh, they're gonna
I got
cheese
it,
the
I
shit
got
out
it.
of this.
Unfortunately, the Junkrat just threw us into the air, so we were kind of screwed the moment we stepped out there. So I love this right here. We're going to Diva. We know there's a Bastion, and Diva's a great pick. Because like I said before, the thing with the Reinhardt is that you don't have a lot of presence, and worse, because of the Bastion, they're going to outdamage you a ton. So that shield is just going to come down in like 2 seconds. You can't win the shield battle, Reinhardt v Reinhardt, but you could defense matrix the Bastion, then let Pharah take him out from afar. It's a pretty basic plan. It helps to be on voice chat for that, just so you can say exactly to say, okay, Pharah, I'm defense matrixing now. Because the thing about a Bastion comp is that you sort of need to ask yourself, what's the strat we're going to use, unless he's out in the open, which sometimes Bastions just do, they stand out in the open. If he's not out in the open, if he's behind the shield, we do need to think about what our strats are. We do have a Roadhog, but he's not going to be able to hook the Bastion through the shield unless someone does something stupid, or maybe he waits for the fire strike, but it's a very finite window we'll be able to do that in. So right now Diva is the best play for the Bastion. So now Symmetra just killed Mercy. We kind of want to just regroup, right? We've only got 5 people out there. They're all spread out around here everywhere, and we can go help them not
We're gonna
die,
need
but
a
really
Winston.
we're gonna need a Winston. We're gonna need our
we're gonna
Mercy
need a
to
Winston.
come back. So see, this is a big gold problem, is that
Nah, I'm switching to Winston right now.
we need to regroup. Switching to Winston, that's a great idea for the
If
Symmetra.
whoever played Zarya
Winston's
should
not
play
going to be great
Zarya
against the
again.
Bastion, but okay, this comment, I know it's going to be a problem for us.
If whoever played Zarya should play Zarya again.
Oh, I landed right perfectly where I wanted it. Whoever played Zarya should play Zarya again. That is you, of course. I think it's the wrong call. He's going to play Winston, which is good against Symmetra, not good against Bastion. But if he can isolate the Symmetra, he can take her out pretty quickly. The thing with Zarya is that it's just that bubble is on such a long cooldown. Yes, he'll give you a lot of ult charge if he shoots into your bubble, but the amount of time your bubble's not going to be up, he's going to kill you anyways. So I just don't love Zarya here. I don't love the idea of using Zarya against this particular comp. You've called it a cancer comp. Yes, you'll get a lot of charge, like I say, also from the Junkrat. I forgot about the Junkrat, but I think this Diva picks the right one. So we'll sort of see what happens here. Okay, we're about to go in there, but we don't have our team with us. We're kind of knocking the railings. Guys, come up here, come on! Alright.
Wait for me, wait for me.
Okay,
They got a teleporter.
that
We need to find
happened
it.
really quickly. We barely even saw what happened here. Let's just watch it again, because we went from 600 to 0 in like less than a second.
Wait for me, wait for me. They got a teleporter. We need to find it.
Okay, did we raise defense matrix? Because that seems really fast. Faster than I'm used to. Hold on, let me just watch this. Do we right click?
Wait for me, wait for me.
Okay, we do.
They got a teleporter. We need to find it.
That was really fast.
Helden sterben nicht.
Yeah, that was just really fast. And now we're on Zarya, which I think is a mistake. Yeah, I know our Diva mech did just get melted in record time. I still think Diva's the right play. We maybe want to
Can I
move
have
it in a
heals?
different direction.
Get in, get in.
I don't
Go,
think
go,
our
go.
plan was wrong. Now what's wrong here
Oh,
is
fuck.
that
Fucking.
We'll listen to the voice chat here, because we're coming from spawn. Lucio just died, so he's going to be spawning. Reaper's going to be spawning, unless he gets... Well, two of them are going to get rezzed.
Heroes never die.
But I
I
don't
have
think
heals?
they've noticed that
Get in, get in.
they're saying, get in, get in. You're not there. And this is a problem where not being on voice chat is a bit of a liability, because you got to be out there saying, I'm not ready, do not go in. Unfortunately, they're going to go in, well, not 5v6, because their Junkrat's at least dead, but they're still initiating into a Bastion with Winston as a solo tank. Bastion's going to melt that Winston shield in an instant, and then he'll melt Winston in an instant. So you kind of want as much barriers as you can get, so that everyone can focus down the Bastion as quickly as possible.
Go, go, go. Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Fucking Bastion.
And now they're swearing at the Bastion, but the problem is they didn't wait for you. Now we're engaging and we're already down 2 key heroes, and now we're not going to do anything.
Oh, fuck yes.
Oh,
Can we get an eye on that JP?
Farah did take out 2 great heroes here, Bastion and
And this
Mercy.
is a...
So
We're not going to be able to do anything if we don't get the TP.
we do want to move in here, but we have a bit of a problem. Now our team is doing this thing in gold, which happens far
Can
too
we get
often
an eye on that
is we
JP?
split up. I don't know where our Mercy separated from us. At some point she did.
The
And this
TP
is
is...
We're
a...
now fighting this
We're not going to be
Reinhardt
able to do anything if we don't get the TP.
by ourselves. We're 1v2ing. Reinhardt's super low, but we're still only alone. When we finally catch Mercy here, it is far too long. Honestly, I don't know what happened that Mercy separated from us and tried to go solo there. It's a bit mind-boggling she would do that. Not exactly her fault. But now we do have another problem that we have no one who can go after the teleporter. Farah can sort of do it, maybe. Winston maybe can do it.
Oh,
But he
God
might
damn
get
it.
melted before
The
he
fucking
gets
Bastion,
there.
man. We gotta get that Bastion.
Yeah, so now we're getting some mixed signals here. First it was we gotta get the teleporter, now it's we gotta get the Bastion. Clarity is a little bit preferred, and now we're also getting the signal stop going at the top. So this is where the cheese strat that this defensive team is applying really becomes applicable. It really becomes beneficial. It's that it takes teams off their game. It takes away coordination, which is not great to begin with, and it makes them get flustered, sort of like I sometimes do when I'm talking. And now our team cohesion is totally split up, where our focus is split up. We're all going in 6 different directions, and we need something to unite us. And right now, we need to not be here, because we're not going to win this fight. Most of our teammates are dead. Somebody's all the way over here in the back. I don't know who they are. We need to group up, and right now we're not grouped up, and this has been a problem for a while. The message stopped going at the top. I still think the top's the best play, because if you don't deal with the enemies up here, you're not going to be able to deal with them from the ground. You need to take care of the high ground first. When you say stop going at the top, you're just putting yourself at a huge disadvantage, even if you go all 6 on the ground. At best, you could even go from here and then try to jump up there, but only certain heroes can do that. Winston, he can't take out the Bastion alone. You can maybe put a bubble on him, but it's not a great winning play. I still think the D.Va is the better play here. And the other thing that having a D.Va still would have been good at is that the D.Va can at least go on a solo mission to take out this teleporter. It might take some time, but at least D.Va, if you guess wrongly as to the location the first time, you can 5 seconds later fly over to the other spot, find
going
it
to the
at
top,
the upper
honestly.
level or the lower level.
Sorry, what's all that?
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not going to like an ult in time. Lucio's trying to engage, but he does not know where you are. He does not know that one of the main
I'm dead,
tanks
but I
is
ulted
bringing
us
up the
in.
rear. See, and this is just the coordination just is not here. Your team engaged while one of the tanks is bringing up the rear. You can't win games doing that. And not to say that it's not your fault, but you could be in voice chat to say, I'm not ready, don't engage yet. We didn't know Lucio was going to ult there, but
Oh my god.
also going to change to Sombra. Sombra is not bad against Bastion, but you're not going to get EMP in time. That's just not going to do anything. So, we lose, unfortunately. So, like I say, at the gold level, you're sort of at the mercy of your team's choices. you want a good, clean re-engage. And after that first fight where we just got melted, we all just started separating and splitting up and going different ways and trickling in. And a trickle is the hardest thing to beat at the gold tier, and probably below too. It's not even the thing about the enemy team. It's like, how do you get your own team to come together? And nothing can happen until you group up. And we had a lot of messy engagements. I think being on team chat might have helped a little bit, just so you can tell your team where you are. We don't want them engaging with you bringing up the rear. That's the other thing that playing D.Va or Winston would have been better off, is that with D.Va at least you can catch up to your team, right? If they're going on against ahead of you, you can at least leap or fly in there. Zarya can't bridge the gap in time. It's just a bit of a gold thing. It shouldn't be a problem, but unfortunately it is. So I still think D.Va was a better pick here. I've mentioned it before on the Discord. I know somebody else said that too. They asked you to play Zarya because, well, we had a Zarya and we won the defense more or less. But that's a different situation against a different type of team comp. Zarya is still a really great hero, but she's not great at engaging, and it doesn't leave us with a lot of ways to kill the Bastion, unfortunately. So I think D.Va was a better call. You just defense matrix the Bastion. I know we got melted that one time. That felt a little random. It looked like the Reinhardt charged us and the Junkrat bombs just combined took us out in an instant. I still think it was a better play, even if it didn't work that one time. You can maybe ban out the charge the next time. You sort of peek your head, hey, charge me. Then you back right out, let him charge into nothing. Then you shoot him dead, and then you just zero in on the Bastion, and he's down like that. You either defense matrix the Bastion or you shoot him outright. Probably you defense matrix him like the rest of your team. Shoot there, and as you're defense matrixing the Bastion, you're also defense matrixing the Junkrat. And that's how you take control of the high ground and can control it. From there you jump down. You're not going to be able to take out the Bastion cheese up there from the ground, though. That's a bottom line. You're never going to be able to win that battle from the bottom looking up. Bottom line. So overall, hope this was helpful. Hopefully my diction was legible, and hope this was of value, and I hope to God that this recorded. Thank you so much.